Also, there are running capacity of the factory is less than 50%. Yeah, sometimes or lower than 20%. Yeah, therefore, yeah, if we solve the problem of the foreign exchange and also the supply chain problem, also they can maximize their full capacity to produce more automobile and also the car, yeah, to the Nigerian market. So always, many Japanese companies are now keeping eye on the current Japanese company running business in Nigeria, because many Japanese companies are understanding the potential of Nigerian market, the growing population and growing market. But if they come to Nigeria, even though many challenges are not solved by the Nigerian government, they are hesitant to come. Yeah, therefore, if you take care of the 51 existing Japanese company, and then if you assist to solve the problem, collaboration with the federal government, it is very easy to have more Japanese companies, yeah, following another Japanese company too.
That are here. Welcome to the State House here in Marina. Excellency, the Japanese Ambassador to Nigeria, Excellency Mr. Matsunaga Kazuyoshi, the Good Work Ambassador, who combines both work and goodness together. To welcome you and your entourage here to Lagos, to the state's the center of excellence and the state of aquatic splendor. Like the Toyota product, which is the foremost Japanese automobile would say, good thinking, good product. First is also to congratulate you. I saw that there was a Toyota launch yesterday or 2 years ago here in Lagos, right? And to say that all of us in one form or the other in our life has been a Toyota user. So it's a good product and it's a good thinking at all times. But to welcome you once again and to hope that your last almost 2 years or so now has been very effective and very, rewarding. You've laid out a lot of things, and I want to thank you for the depth of your understanding and how well a good salesman you have been for Nigeria. I'm hoping that your product we are selling, which is Nigeria, is receiving, enough attention with the Japanese market and with the Japanese audience. But it's nice to know at least that with the 51 existing companies, we can indeed do, a lot more. To start is to acknowledge the work that Petrol, is doing in the country. I've seen the projects that they've embarked upon. The Commissioner for Power is here, and I'm sure they are fully aware of those interventions with the transmission company and with all of the investments, and support you are given in the power sector, and rest of it, and also security with NEMASA that you are given. I want to thank and commend that. If I remember, Jetro several years ago was also meant to have worked with us on transportation, on public transportation for the Lagos Metropolitan, the Lamata City Center Rail Project. I don't know what become of that project because I was excited about it 3-4 years ago, but I think we had a major, difference on how the project should go, and what should be the mode, of that particular project. What I want to say is that you have seen that in the last 4 years, our government has been able to demonstrate our investment and our interest in rail infrastructure. We've completed 2 rail projects now, and we're the plan of developing, other lines. I know that the one that was of interest to you was the one within Lagos Central, which is like, but there's also an opportunity for a rethink. We're here, and for us to work together and see where of partnership, because that's what I expect. It should be partnership. It should not be one side. Let's both sit down and see which areas, fits into your vision and which area meets our own aspiration. And once we can do it together, I think it will become a win-win situation. We acknowledge and we thank you for the current interventions. But like you've observed, these are all sovereign interventions. They are interventions with the federal government of Nigeria. No problem, right? But you know that Japan, what Tokyo is to Japan is what Lagos is to Nigeria. So this is the heart of it, right? If you have not touched us directly, then we're just starting. So try and think through what projects, what intervention, what partnership can be specific, to Lagos. And the main reason why we're also saying that is a lot of the 51 companies or so that you're talking about, all of them, if not most of them, if not all of them, have one route in Lagos or the other. So it just makes a lot more sense that some of those, your direct intervention, you look at Lagos. And like I said, we appreciate, that you're working with the federal government, and the fact that we're just about, unbundling the entire power sector reform process. So we believe that even with those interventions in Apapa and rest of it, it will eventually also, be of advantage to us, because we're seeing a situation where power and power generation and everything in that sector will become, things that the subnationals, the states can also participate in, and not just a federal issue. I've also, taken note of some of the issues, some of the trade barrier issues that your companies, currently, are facing. I think the assurance that I can give you is that there's a new government that is also coming in, though the same party, right? So I think that there will be some air of freshness. There will be some new areas of cooperation and thought that could help, mitigate some of the issues that they currently have, NAFDAC issues, foreign currency issues, and some of the suggestions that you've recommended here, we will take them back and see how best we can help, put it forward into the incoming government and the leadership that will be taking over some of these agencies, at the federal level. I think this is the way to go, and we will try and see how we can help you, intervene. NIPC that you mentioned, which is also a federal government agency. We have something similar here in Lagos, Office of SGD and Investment, where we are creating like a one-stop shop, where all of our foreign investors can sit with us, and we'll try and help them, walk them through, some of the red tapes or some of the issues, that might want to affect, their businesses here in Lagos. So we will look through this, and we should be able to, work with some of your team members, and seeing which specific ones we can also help with. Thank you for bringing forward that your company participate in the Lagos International Trade Fair on a year-on-year basis. That's one fair that we also participate. We give a lot of support to. It's just right behind my residence here where it happens, and I think those kind of exchange, or those kind of trade opens up the market, and it sees, the level of possibilities, that is available. You said that there's a pharmaceutical company and a cement production company that want to come in. I mean, whatever support we can offer them, it's a very, we're willing to do that. And I want to, acknowledge, again, your concern from your country, where in the next 20 to 30 years you begin to see, a dip in your population. I know that the life expectancy in Japan is about 84.5 years. There are cities in Japan that live up to 90-year-old, but the reality of it is, no matter what, it's an aging population, right? And they must have, a throughput, and that's why we can collaborate. We can collaborate in a lot of exchange program, in a lot of, developmental programs, and it has to be strategic. It has to be something that your government and your people see, and you're right. Africa is where the future is. Africa is the one that has a population, and Nigeria happens to be that population, right? And in Nigeria, Lagos happens to be where that higher number is. So it just, sounds to reason, that hand of partnership you see, in Lagos as a place where we can develop it. We can build skills both here and in Japan, and there could be a lot of exchange program. There could be skills transfer. There could be opportunity that our young people can also, see, over there. I mean, we see, Nigeria, we see Lagos, like you said, as a blue ocean where everybody needs to, to look into. The also observation that you have, which I want to thank you again, and don't give up, is the perception, of the media in Japan, that the only thing that they feed them with is how unsafe, our country is. And you've been here for almost 2 years. You've seen that, it is as safe as you can imagine it. There are issues in one or two parts of the country, which is everywhere in the world. There are issues everywhere. In America, you've seen over 200, massacres of gun issues. So it's not, nobody is immune, nobody is out of it, and so the assurance you can give them is that there is a skilled population that is here. There is a capacity population that is here, that they are bright, they are smart, they are young, and they can, help, to address some of the issues and concerns, that you have. And it's not about Boko Haram. I've never seen one. So that assurance is, you must be able to help us continue to give to your media and to your population over there. And like you said, continue to do that salesman job, for us. And I think the final point that you've mentioned is also an area that is of interest to us as a government and as a people, which is in sports. Because of also our population, right? Sports and sporting development is also one area where we can engage our very active youth population, and we can give them, a belief and a hope, for the future. Baseball is not as popular here as football, but they are very great skills. They know how to play with their leg and they know how to throw with their hand, so they can very quickly learn to throw. Like strong baseball players. And so with your coach coming in, the chairman of the sports commission is here. I'm sure there are kids and there are youths that can also, be trained. Judo is also something that in the last World Judo competition, I think we won a medal. A police officer who is a Lagosian won a medal. It was an international judo competition.